with a fighter like Devin, he has an arsenal. I like to say a warehouse full of tools. You know what I mean? And we brought out the package that stops them from doing anything. We shut them down. As the perfect dance partner, the perfect opponent, the perfect adversary for anybody, your favorite fighter or your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. We're ready. It's Devin Haney versus everybody.
Hey, where the hell Debo at? All that shit. Where Devin? Where Debo at? So-called Debo. Where Devin at? Where Debo? You ain't see him, man. You ain't see him? He hiding from him. Hot man. Debo! Hey, Debo! Where the hell is you at, man? Do it. Where is Debo? We looking for you. We on the block. Debo got hit with a brick. Y'all already know how it's coming. Yeah. Debo, where you at? He scared this brick.
But I am going to tell you, he is the baddest guy in boxing, period. He's pound for pound number one to me.
Bill Haney didn't hold back after Keyshawn Davis publicly called out Devin Haney, and his response quickly became a hot topic across the boxing world. After Davis issued his bold challenge, Bill Haney shot back, questioning whether Davis is truly ready and suggesting he's seeking attention instead of properly earning his shot in line.
The same thing that we talked about we were going to do in the DM before you picked your mate. 2026, we're doing it. You promise? Remember,
you promised. You're the promoter.
Well, I got you. Listen, in the DMs, I got your word on it. All right, just stand on it. Good luck. Handle that business, okay?
The tension between Team Haney and Keyshawn Davis intensified even more after Bill Haney's controversial comments. In a recent exchange, Bill seemed to mock certain fighters, implying that fans shouldn't be spending their money backing them.
Me? Or is it every Hispanic or Latin fighter that Debo pulls up on starts to become a comedian? I mean, we started with Subriel Matias. I mean, he was on Jokey Joke, comedian time. Teofimo Lopez, comedian. Rolly Romero, comedian. Ryan Garcia, comedian. And not Xander Zayas, Jokey Joke. I'm asking the Latino community that represents so much in this boxing, when did everything get so Jokey Joke? And how long you gonna stand for that? They say everything except let's fight.
The remarks quickly went viral and sparked backlash, with many viewing them as unnecessary trash talk that crossed the line. Keyshawn Davis didn't hesitate to respond, positioning himself as the fighter ready to face Devin Haney and prove his words inside the ring.
So-called Debo. You know what happened to Debo at the end of the movie? He got hit with a brick. Debo might get hit with a brick. Talk some Latins and Spanish people. Nah, don't pick on them. Pick on me. Keep picking on Craig, and you're gonna figure out what's gonna happen. You're gonna get hit with a brick. And I ain't playing. You know I ain't playing. Hit with a brick. hit. Belt. So organic, so genuine. Pick on me. I want you to pick on me. Tell Debo come this way. What you talking about? You know what Craig did to him.
Keyshawn Davis says discussions are already in progress and believes a fight with Devin Haney is being lined up for 2026, setting the stage for a matchup many fans have long been eager to see.
Hey, Devin said, let's do it. I know he's dealing with some legal issues. I don't know what happened. He said he had to turn himself in, but I believe he tweeted Keyshawn, let's do it.
He said that?
Yeah, but he tweeted something like that. Yeah.
Well, Bill was in my DMs. We already was talking about it, honestly, before he even hit the media. So I know it's going to happen.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
If it make money.
Keyshawn Davis says negotiations are already underway and is confident that a fight with Devin Haney is being targeted for 2026, paving the way for a showdown many fans have been waiting to witness.
Situation with you and Devin.
Yeah, I never with Cuz.
Why?
Because Cuz never with me.
On what tip?
Bro, it was like times where like, me, I was always around Shakur as an amateur and shit. And Shakur introduced me to Floyd, Devin Haney, all that type of shit. So there's a hell of times I'm around Devin Haney and we 24 fitness playing basketball, regular shit before niggas became celebrities type shit, or just who we are today. And niggas just never even looked me in my eyes. Never showed me respect. Like Shakur always like, yo, this nigga Keyshawn, this, that, third. He be like, for real? That nigga still a kid. And like, he just never gave me my respect.
He sons you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, big ass nigga, you know goddamn well, nigga, now I'm here, nigga. And everything Shakur been saying, nigga, I lived up to it and then some. What you talking about? And he's still, like, his father it's crazy because my beginning of my professional career, his father used to be like, oh, the businessman. What's up with you?
Tank Davis's coach, Kenny Ellis, shared his thoughts on the potential matchup, saying Keyshawn Davis is a talented fighter but believing it may still be a bit too soon for him to face Devin Haney. He emphasized that the concern isn't skill, but experience. Haney has significantly more professional bouts and has competed in many championship-level rounds, which makes a major difference in elite boxing. Ellis predicts Devin Haney would win by decision, primarily by outboxing Keyshawn. He explained that Haney is the busier, more seasoned fighter with stronger ring control and scoring ability. He also added that he doesn't currently see Keyshawn knocking Haney out. In his view, the real gap lies in Haney's ring IQ and experience in long fights rather than pure talent.
Haney has 33. Yeah, I think he should get a couple more rounds in before he go at Devin Haney. But if he feel like he can take him, let him get at him. Let him get at him.
Are you looking at it more like that 12-round experience type deal?
Yeah.
Getting the rounds in?
Get some rounds in, Get some rounds in.
When you listen to and then, there's back and forth going with them too. Devin saying that, he would like to fight, the little brother before the big brother. What's your thoughts on that? I think there was a tweet saying that Shakur, I don't want to step on Devin Haney's toes. I'm going to let Keyshawn get Devin Haney. A lot of people had lots to say about it. They're saying that, listen, they're breaking down the rankings with two to three different people, friends type of deal, taking each other's work. Keyshawn wanted a Tio. Now, Shakur got Tio. But now, because I took that work, I want you to go get Devin Haney. He's saying Devin Haney might be a little bit too big for him. What's your thoughts on Keyshawn's call out and all this talk?
Let him give him what he wants. Let him go at Devin Haney.
Keyshawn Davis didn't hold back while discussing a potential fight with Devin Haney, openly questioning Haney's punching power and overall threat level. Davis argued that although Haney has moved up from the 135-pound division, he still hasn't displayed the kind of strength that makes opponents hesitant. In his view, Haney depends more on technique, movement, and piling up points rather than inflicting damage with his shots, and he believes that style wouldn't be enough against him.
Superstar.
You're asking that question. I felt like that's what it was. But go ahead.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight anybody. So I'm going for the stars. And I know Devin Haney is the same fighter from when he was at 35. He's the same fighter when he was at 40. Now he's at 40. So he ain't nothing changed. But his weight, you know what I'm saying? I will knock Devin Haney out. Guaranteed. I just feel like, shouts out to Devin though, you do your thing. Like, I have no problem against you, bro, but we talking business right now. I will knock Devin out for sure. For sure.
You don't think he's hitting a little harder at 47 than he was at 35 and 40 growing into that weight? That's a no.
It looked like it.
It looked like it.
It looks
to
like
us, Keyshawn.
To me.
Davis claimed he wouldn't feel pressured by Haney's offense, arguing that he doesn't see real knockout power there and insisting he could walk him down while controlling the pace of the fight. He also suggested that Haney's performances at higher weights haven't shown he can hurt naturally bigger opponents, noting that the extra pounds haven't translated into heavier shots. Because of this, Davis believes he could push the action without fear and eventually stop him. According to Davis, his own aggression and physical strength would be the deciding factors. He maintained that Haney has yet to prove consistent finishing ability in the higher divisions, while he sees himself as a fighter capable of breaking opponents down over time.
A bright enough star that he'd be willing to take, because, as a businessman, risk reward. You think you bring enough to the table that he'd want to take the fight? He would take the fight?
Hopefully, bro. I hope he would take the fight. In terms of answering your question, a bright enough star, he's already entertaining me on Twitter and social media and stuff like that. So I guess he see he sees some money potential in this fight right here. But what I would like to do is I would like to become champion, because that just speaks for itself. Once I come to the champion with the table, you can't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know me. People know me. I can go to the UK and sell. Like, I can go anywhere and sell. My first main event, I sold 10,000 tickets. I sell, period. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's entertaining me, because I am a star. But when I come with that world title, whether I beat Dalton Smith or I go move up a weight and beat Lewis Crocker, once I come with them world titles, it's just a different story.
Yeah, I love the fight.
And I also feel like, let the fight build.
Fans keep asking the same question. When will Devin Haney actually make Keyshawn Davis a formal offer? So far, no confirmed contract has been publicly announced. Haney has acknowledged Davis as a potential opponent and even hinted that he's on the list, but the timing seems to depend more on upcoming fights, rankings, and business considerations than urgency. In boxing, negotiations often move slowly, as purses, weight classes, and promotional deals all need to be settled first. Davis has been actively pushing for the matchup, while Haney appears to be keeping his options open. The curiosity from fans is understandable, but for now, the fight remains in the discussion phase, not yet on the official paperwork.
Keyshawn Davis keeps savagely calling out Devin the Dream Haney, and I gotta simply ask, bro, what offer at? What offer at? Devin Haney fans love that A-side, B-side. Well, A-side got to send the offer. Hey, bro, but Devin got a rematch clause with Cambosos. It don't matter. Send the offer and prove that he really got a rematch clause. Say, bro, Devin Haney already announced his fight with Regis Prograis. It don't matter, bro. Send the offer and prove that he really fighting Regis. Well, Devin Haney fans, Devin should be sending Keyshawn Davis an offer, right? Right? Let me know what y'all think. Smash like, sub up. I'll see y'all soon.
Keyshawn Davis has been unusually outspoken about Devin Haney, even going so far as to suggest that Haney is soft and not as tough as fans believe. After publicly challenging Haney and insisting he wants the fight to happen, Davis has doubled down, claiming that Haney's skills won't hold up once they finally meet in the ring. He argues that Haney lacks real punching power at higher weights and hasn't yet shown he can physically impose himself on bigger opponents, remarks that effectively call Haney's grit as a fighter into question.
Guy with steroids, and it changed his whole career. It changed how he talked, it changed everything. So us seeing Devin Haney doing all of this with a person that had 0.1 estrogen, and we all seen that Ryan Garcia was still in there getting tired. It's like, bro, I'm sorry, there's no other word to put this. You're a bitch. Excuse my language. That's how I feel. You're soft. You don't know how to take your L's. You a person that been given everything all your life, a daddy's boy, making sure you've been straight all your life, and now you took your first loss. I feel like you don't even know how to take it. Granted, I wasn't in there fighting Ryan Garcia, but you ask me how I feel. You just took it all the way to suing and all that extra. I feel like, bro, you saw.
Keyshawn Davis has been making impressive moves lately, with his dominant victory over Jermaine Ortiz serving as the latest example. In his junior welterweight debut at Madison Square Garden, Davis controlled the bout and stopped Ortiz with a 12th round TKO, marking the first time Ortiz has ever been stopped in his professional career. His performance showcased patience, pressure, and power working together, allowing him to dictate the fight and finish it on his own terms. The win not only preserved Davis's unbeaten record but also reinforced his status as a rising force beyond lightweight, proving that his skills and physicality carry over effectively as he moves up in weight. After the fight, Davis looked ahead, calling out Devin Haney and making it clear he wants that matchup next. With momentum and confidence on his side, many fans are now viewing a potential Davis vs. Haney clash as one of boxing's marquee fights for 2026.
Keyshawn Davis goes out and dominates Ortiz, beats him pillar to post, and knocks him out in the 12th round. 11th round body shot put him down, 12th round body shot took him out. I was really impressed with Keyshawn that night. How about you?
Yeah, no, I was impressed because Ortiz was a handful. And I think that's the best I've seen Ortiz fight. We know that he's a championship spoiler, right? If you're not careful with guys like Ortiz, they can win quiet rounds, and next thing you know, you're in trouble in the later part of the rounds. This fight could have turned out that way, but Keyshawn never allowed Ortiz to play the spoiler, and he closed the show. If Keyshawn wouldn't have got that knockout in the end, then I probably would have picked apart that performance a little bit and been like, you know what, man? Keyshawn, wasn't at his absolute best. He could have done this. He put it in another gear. It was a big moment, a big stage, but he closed the show, and he never let the spoiler play.
At 147 pounds, the stakes rise even higher. Analysts note that in today's boxing landscape, belts matter less than star power, style, and fan engagement. Davis brings an Olympic pedigree, sharp skills, and relentless pressure, while Haney offers technical brilliance and proven championship experience. Together, they create a stylistic clash that promises fireworks. Some even frame it as Davis hunting down Haney, refusing to back away from the challenge, with Bill Haney guiding Devin's career and Keyshawn eager to prove himself. The promotional build-up alone could rival any unification bout. By summer 2026, this fight is expected to be one of the sport's defining moments, thanks to the high-caliber performances both fighters are capable of delivering.
Of course, the performances that Keyshawn Davis has is really more entertaining than the performance that Shakur Stevenson had. We were talking about Shakur Stevenson and Tank in the 135-pound division, but as Keyshawn kept emerging, he was already a conversation of Shakur, Keyshawn, and Davis, Keyshawn. Of course, we got Andy Cruz. They're going to be facing Muradaya on the 24th, but look like that fight is not gonna happen. The primary fight for Keyshawn Davis now, in my opinion, is Devin the Dream Haney at 147 because that's his plan. The primary fight for a Devin Haney, in all actuality, should be now a Keyshawn Davis. If Keyshawn Davis is willing to fight you and they call in and Devin Haney and Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney, he's done a wonderful job as a manager, is saying that they Debo, well, Keyshawn Davis is Craig, and Keyshawn Davis is running towards Debo.
Bruce Carrington weighed in on Keyshawn Davis's impressive 12th round stoppage of Jermaine Ortiz and his subsequent call-out of Devin Haney. He described the potential matchup as a very compelling fight, emphasizing that while Haney holds the experience advantage, Davis brings strength, skill, and versatility. Carrington highlighted that Davis is developing at a high level, stopping fighters who had never been stopped before, including Ortiz, a legitimate and dangerous competitor who has troubled top-level opponents. He also noted that Davis looked fresh and in control even in the final round, showcasing his stamina, ring IQ, and ability to stay composed under pressure.
So Keyshawn Davis, he stops Jermaine Ortiz in the 12th with a body shot, but then calls out Devin Haney. What's your thoughts on that? I was just listening to the Twitch. Actually, you posted up a Twitch of Aiden Ross.
Aiden Ross, yeah.
He was talking about you. He was like, "Yo, who's that dude from New York?" He was nice with it. Jacob was like, "Yo, shoo."
Yeah, that was cool. Big shout out to Aiden Ross. Hopefully we could.
But in that same live, he said, that the Keyshawn Davis and Haney, it seems like it's going to be put together. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
That's a really good fight. I do feel like Keyshawn has a great chance at, doing well in that fight. I think that Devin has the experience on his side, but Keyshawn has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he's looking strong. He's looking really strong his last few fights. And he made